Sussex Sharks slipped to their third defeat from 5 NatWest T20 blast matches as Essex Eagles won for the third time in a row, cantering to a 7-wicket success with 20 balls to spare at the Brighton and Hove Jobs.com county ground. Put in after losing the toss, Chris Nash and Luke Wright got the Sharks off to their usual rampaging start, the former taking 2 fours off the first over of the match, delivered by Reece Topley, while Wright tucked into the left arm as replacement Graham Napier after a boundary-less second over. Wright struck 3 fours off the all-rounder, Sussex looking to make good early progress against an Eagles side which has just started to find its form in a competition they initially struggled in this season. Sean Tate was brought into the attack in the 5th over, and both Nash and Wright found the boundary off him as they took their opening partnership to 41, made from the game's first 28 deliveries. But then both men were out in quick succession. Wright fell to Tate's 5th delivery, edging behind to go for 20. And 9 balls later, Nash was also on his way, Topley coming back on to have the batsman held by Napier at mid-wicket off a slower ball for 22. Mahela Jayawardena eyed up a few deliveries before hooking a maximum off Tate, who was initially expensive, his first 2 overs costing 21 runs. Craig Kachopa added a second 6 in the next over off Napier, before Ravi Bopara fired one in to bowl Kachopa for 9, the Sharks having to settle for a score of 79 for 3 from their first 10 overs. The Eagles fought back well in the second half of the innings, however, in spite of this driven 6 from Matt Machin. He then went after Napier, Ryan Tenduscarter with the catch in the deep, as the left-hander perished for 10 at 92 for 4 in over number 13. Ben Brown came and went quickly, Tate bagging his second wicket of the night as the keeper on 7 drilled a shot with plenty of power, but only as far as Bopara in the covers. It was the story of the night as far as Sussex were concerned. Jayawardena aside, none of them able to stay in for long. Will Beer skied a slower ball from Topley to Jesse Ryder after he'd made 4. Then in the penultimate over, Michael Yardy gave Tate his 14th wicket of the T20 season to put him joint top of the wicket-taking list, although Essex have played more games than the rest, Ryder with the catch again. Jayawardena held the innings together and reached a 50, his first for Sussex off 38 balls, but 2 wickets in the last over held the home team back. After Ollie Robinson was bowled by Bopara, Jayawardena was run out off the final ball of the innings, coming back for a second, only to be beaten by Topley's throw, Sussex having to make do with a total of 140 for 9, the Sri Lankan with 53 of them, Tate taking 3 for 29. The first over of the Essex reply went for 8 runs, and then Ryder went after Timal Mills, with these 2 sixes coming off the first 3 balls of the night, delivered by the quick left armer. Ryder was clearly a man Sussex needed to get rid of very quickly. And that's just what Mills did. Ryder hanging back to be bowled for 14 before Chris Little and Mills bowled 2 boundary-free overs to give the Eagles plenty of work to do. Little's first over cost only a couple of runs, but his second was hit for 13 as Tom Westley and Mark Patini began to find their range. Indeed, the boundaries started to flow freely, and even Yardy was unable to put on his usual squeeze. This 6 for Westley, meaning that 15 runs were taken off the spinner's opening over. Halfway through, Essex had made 81 for 1, and they now needed only a run a ball from the final 10 overs, and with 9 wickets in hand, 6 runs came off just 1 ball from Beer, Patini going all the way on this occasion. Westley added a maximum of his own in the leggies next over, and it appeared that Essex were running away with this contest. But Sussex were given some hope when Westley was out for 47, driving this ball from Yardy into the hands of Wright in the covers. And then in the next over, Patini, who'd made 48, hit Little to Kachopa at deep extra. But it still left only 13 runs to get from the last 5 overs, and Nick Brown saw that Essex reached their target with few dramas, 3 fours off 4 balls from Little, taking the visitors to their target with 20 deliveries unused. A rather comfortable victory in this competition. The Eagles took the game by 7 wickets, the Sharks' total proving to be short of around 20 or even 30 runs. Still, there is an immediate opportunity for Sussex to put this loss behind them, as they now head to Arundel on Sunday afternoon to take on Surrey.